Now, obviously, me saying the squad is too young or the squad is not young enough, whichever side of the fence you're on. I remember Ash from Spurs Kings TV once said, he went down the whole R. Kelly route, age ain't nothing but a number, like that. Uh, Actually, I can't lie, it's probably not a great way to start this video. Well, he said something I agree with in terms of looking at how young the squad is or anything like that. It's not really an age thing, it's more of an experience thing, because there are players that could be the same age, but one might have a lot of experience that the other person doesn't have. Yes, there's an age similarity, but the actual difference in terms of been there, done that is existential. And while I do agree with that, I still have to dispel this narrative, man. And I hate using the word narrative, it's probably the wrong word for me to use. I'll probably say opinion. It's time for me to dispel this opinion because I've heard that this squad is young, and to be fair, this is something that I agreed with just like a month ago. Yes, I don't believe it anymore. What made me want to make this video is this clip from Daring and Doing podcast. Shout out to Will and shout out to Ben. They are some top guys, like on some real shit. I watch their podcast pretty much every one that comes out because it's good. You should subscribe, it's good. And yeah, I was listening to this while I was at work, and Will said something that I completely just don't agree with. So this is not me taking a shot at them. I just want to get the preface out the way because I realized in this YouTube game that just criticizing an opinion or having a take about something is automatically either hating or you want to start beef. This is not that. All right, these are top guys, nothing but respect for both of them. This is just me challenging a thought, bro. So get off my dick, please.
We could sense they were creeping in at the conference. Last like 5 minutes at a time, we didn't really do anything about it, and it was frustrating. And we come away from the draw. But again, all of these things you got to take them as positives. They're frustrating, but the team's so young, and they're going to learn that if you don't play in a mature manner, if you don't react to scenarios, and if you're erratic in trying to speed the game up when understanding game state, if you don't understand game state, you'll get punished.
Yeah.
And these are lessons for them. These are lessons for those players on the pitch, because you got Archie Gray at the end of the game. We had Archie Gray, we had Bergvall, we had was Sarr playing at the end? By the end of it, I don't think he was, but we got a lot of young players in the team. These are lessons they're going to have to learn. And obviously Roma have a very experienced team, so they obviously smelt blood and caught us out and come away with.
Now, safe to say, I don't agree with this take anymore. You might be asking, Elijah, why do you not agree with this take anymore? It's because I heard someone break this down and I was like, damn, they're right, I'm wrong. And you know who the person was? It was none other than Sava. Oh, come on, like, Sava's not that bad, bro. Well, just because he's a Tottenham villain, now it's an issue? Like, he can be right. It's not that serious, bro, damn. You suck. And you swallow, bitch. Like, goddamn, get off my cock, man. But in all seriousness, yeah, Sava convinced me that the squad is not that young, or it's not a youth project at least. Now, Sava's method of reasoning was that if you actually look at the squad, if we have to pick our starting 11 or the main starting 11, the squad is not young. And what I mean by that is if we look at our strongest 11, like our starting 11, and I have my Tottenham rankings, my beautiful, absolutely correct Tottenham rankings here. Let's look at this right now. Sarr, maybe, Brennan Johnson, who else? Destiny Udogie. The list is already starting to run thin. After those three, who else really is it? I mean, maybe there's someone I'm missing, but I don't really think there's anyone else in the starting lineup that's young. You know what I'm saying? And even when it comes to Brennan Johnson, him and Kulu are pretty much the same age. The only difference is that, again, what Ash was saying, Kulu has the experience because he spent years playing in Italy and then he moved to the Premier League, whereas Brennan Johnson doesn't have that top level experience as much. But even so, Brennan Johnson's been in the Premier League for 3 years and he has like 30 caps for Wales. So it's not like he's just some newbie. Like, no, he's had a lot of experience in the Premier League and he still has a lot of deficiencies in his game. And when it comes to Archie Gray and Bergvall, Archie Gray and Bergvall don't really play in the Premier League at all. The only reason they played at Fulham is because we had no one else on the bench. And when we do have people on the bench, they'll get some game time in the Europa League. That's pretty much it. But when we need an actual starting 11, most of the starting 11 isn't young. And it's a shame that Odober's injured because he's someone who could have actually started games for us. But I don't think this is such a youth project or a young squad as people want to make it out to be. I think we have some young players, but the young players that get game time, with the exception of Sarr, have played in Italy or have played Premier League football for a few years beforehand. So they're young in terms of age, but they're not young in terms of experience. And that's where I think the disconnect comes. Because the actual players who are young without any proper top experience, they don't play, at least not in the Premier League anyway. And if we do qualify for Europa League knockouts, they're not going to play anyway. Just because they fit Leonardo DiCaprio's day in range doesn't mean they're necessarily young. Like if you're 22, 23, but you already have like 3 years of playing professional football experience at a top flight, then at that point you should be coming into your game, bro. But I just wanted to, you know, put those thoughts on your head. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Am I bugging out? Am I not? Am I spitting facts? Am I not? Let me know, bro. Hopefully it's a bit more of a light-hearted video, because I'm been a bit too serious, man. I've kind of gone away from my what do you call it? I've gone away from my style. I'm a bit too serious, so I'm trying to line it up a little bit more. Hopefully you enjoy, and peace.